Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here. Welcome back to Neverwinter Nights. We're heading into Castle Jhareg now. So this is a really weird building. So you have a key with a note on it. The note's very vague and nondescript. And then you have 3 doors. You can only go down one, they're all locked, cannot be opened with anything except the key. You can tell by the braziers what they are. The middle one is neutrality, no enemies, some loot, nothing else. This one here is Carlat's side. It's filled with fire elementals and red slots and stuff. The green one is death. I think I'll go through the undead one. Bunch of mummies and a zombie warrior. Interesting. Yeah, so mummies take a bunch of increased fire damage, which is nice. Is all of this locked? No, the majority of it is, not all of it though. Alright, so there should be an extra strong ghoul ravager up at the top. Probably another group of mummies and stuff. Yeah. Oh, 4 mummies this time. And then up there, probably, there's a ghoul ravager. On the other side, it's a huge fire elemental. It doesn't really matter which way you go. You have to choose one direction, but it doesn't matter. I would advise, however, you don't choose the center one. You don't get anything special out of it. It's just, no enemies. It represents the course of neutrality and judgment, where you aren't leaning to one side or the other. Yeah, Ghoul Ravager, and this one's armed.
Taste of my wrath!
Let's see if I can repel him. Nope.
Perish as you should.
Haste. Haste. Alright, 400 XP. This lever will open the door. Here we've got Lathander's Guardian, keeping an eye on the place. Now I gotta go get the oaths of Quint and Carlat, or basically they say what they did and why they're here. So the story of this place is there's this castle here, and then a town, right? Now in the castle... Hold on. Now in the castle, you had Quint and Carlat, who were brothers. They were the Jharegs. Quint was a worshipper of Lathander, the Morning Lord. And then Carlat was a spellcaster. Now Carlat wanted to become a Bale Lord, which is like a not evil lich. But he didn't know, oh my goodness. Oh, wow, I'm gonna die. Unless I can kill these guys quickly. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's heal. So Karlat wanted to become a Baelnorn, but he didn't know how. So he summoned a demon and asked it, because it did know how. It lied to him. It told him that a ritual had to be performed where a bunch of children's souls would be ripped from their bodies. Then it said he told him they would all survive. It would cause them incredible pain for a moment, and then they'd be back just normal, just fine. And Karlat would be Baelnorn. He figured some pain is nothing to turn your nose up at, and so went about doing that. But no one in town trusted him, because he was kind of like, you know, hated all of them, thought he was better. So, he went to his brother, which was Quint, who liked all the people in the village, and he told him, if you get all the children together for like a story time, I'll read to everyone for like fun, and it'll be a great day, and we'll all be happy. Quint, happy to see that his brother was like softening up and not being the worst person in the world, decided to get all the children together. Karlat performed the ritual, and all the children had their souls ripped out and died, and did not come back. All the kids in the whole village. Quint then, I believe, defaced the Lathander statue that he worshipped at. And was filled with, like, just complete remorse. And Lathander, horrified at the turn of events, and seeing what awful things were done in a holy site of his, cursed the entire town. He, like, placed it outside or in between time, is the best way to put it. And so that no time in this place progresses, and everyone was stuck in it. Now, the demon did not lie to Karlat as to how to make the phylactery to become a Baelnorn. Karlat's soul is within a phylactery, but the judge, or the guardian down there, holds it. And she's a servant of Lathander, and no one here is powerful enough to confront her. And the curse on this place is tied intermittently with that phylactery, and so as long as it exists in the state that it is, the town will never be freed, because Lathander won't let it go. It's such a heinous crime that he has decided everyone will be punished for it for eternity if that's what it takes. A number of people have been waiting here for me. Not me specifically, but for the judge. A figure who's supposed to show up, be completely impartial and separated from the situation, get the oaths from the two brothers that they did do what they are accused of doing, and then judge them accordingly. When the judgment was passed, whatever happened, would happen. Now, there is another player in this thing, this mess of a situation that we're in. And that would be Belial, I believe, the Lord of Fire. Right here's one of the Amaskru tomes. Belial's the one that Karlat spoke to. Don't worry about those glowing light thingies, the books there. Those are the children's books that Quint read from. And so there's a couple here, but they don't really matter. I think these guys are immune to fire. They are. Let's just hit them with this then. Somehow I stunned one of the Rangers. The Rangers don't have the immunities the others do for some reason. Now Belial, since he was involved in all this, was trapped here along with everyone else. And he can't get out.
Let the earth take you.
But he's not just clearly visible. He still exists in his own little space. And so to confront him on the matter, you have to summon him. So to properly, when you summon him, you have a couple of options. Basically, they're the same options you had when you met the Guardian Spirit of Helm in Helmshold. You can ask for an item. Nothing he gives you is worth getting. It's like a staff of power. And if you manage to convince him to give you something of the phylactery's level power, it's not worth it. I did it once and it was trash. Like actual garbage, he tricks you. You can get advice from him, I think. Or get a boon from him that makes you... It's like a buff that lasts for hours, like I think a full day, but you know, that's just a temporary buff. What you want to do is ask him what his involvement in all of this was, and then get his oath too. Then you can call him to account with the rest. Now, all that Belial wants out of this, the only reason he would give you an oath, is because Lathander is significantly stronger than he is, and just keeps him trapped here at the moment. If he were to be set free, he'd be condemned back to the Hells, where he would be for, however long he's there, till he gets out again. He's all good with that. He just wants to be out of this place. Alright, there's Quint. We'll get him through the glowing door in a bit. All of these doors are locked. There is one key that will open one of them. But first I'm going to do a round around his tower. So if you don't get Belial's oath, you just get the two brothers. You can make the judgment what happens to the phylactery, right? You can give it back to Karlap. His monsters will then ravage the town and kill the people who are now no longer trapped in time. Or you could order the phylactery be destroyed. This results in the town being freed and all the people passing on from existence, which they are all good with. Karlat along with them, because his soul's in the phylactery. Now, when you get Belial involved, for some reason, you can no longer do those two judgments. I think because it's about Belial now, instead of the others, but I've never really been clear on the reason. But your judgments are changed. Either the phylactery will no longer remain here, or it will stay here, and the Guardian will remain to guard it for all of time, trapping all of them here for eternity, which changes nothing outside of the town. It is the least satisfying option, and definitely not the one you should ever choose. The other option is you can take the phylactery. It's got like some basic magical properties and can be sold, but that's the one I choose at least.
Taste of my wrath.
Okay. Let's try to put these warriors down fast. Oh, there's only one, of course. Okay, we're almost done with the loop. In that room, there's a ghoul Ravager. It stands next to the former statue of Lathander that Quint used to worship at, but no longer does. I think there was one more negative energy trap here, but I can't remember. No. I'd prefer to spring them all now when I'm immune to it. Alright, so let's clear out this little side room. More cursed. So they go into a rage that increases strength and constitution. That's the same thing bears use. It only lasts for like one round. Maybe a little more than that, but yeah, see, once it goes away, their temporary hit points go with it. I'm protected against death magic, yeah. There's a Bodak that has to spawn in here, and he's 2 or 3 times as tough as a regular Bodak. Now, fortunately, since we're in Chapter 2, if you're not a cleric, you can go to Jhareg in the temple and buy a Belt of Guiding Light from him. That protects you against death magic, and is an item that when I'm not a cleric, I carry with me throughout all of the games. Like, I buy it in this chapter, and it just stays in my inventory forever. Because you never know when you're going to encounter death magic you need to repel. Particularly those stupid Bodaks. There's something real funky with this. You find some basic healing kits and empty potions on it, and a note about making your own healing equipment. But I've never been able to actually do it. All of the supplies are worth a little bit of money, though, so I take them. That locked door there is also super tough. It's like it's just asking me to smash it. There it goes. It's got like 50 hit points. Alright, I'll be back to kill all of you. I want to clear out this little room here, then I'll work my way up. Oh, more cursed.
Taste of my wrath!
And everything is locked. He's gonna die on his own now, isn't he? Yep, there he goes. Alright, and in the chest right here, this is the key that will allow you to reach Quint. You can bash down or pick the locks on those doors that are all around him as well. You do not need the key, but there is a key, so I like to take it. Another 400 XP. Of course you would. Fortunately, disease isn't even half as bad as poison. Here we have the defaced statue of Lathander. That just leaves the last area up here. Okay, we have a few more cursed that are probably going to get involved one way or another. That's another one of the children's books. It has about just as much to say to you. Okay, let's kill that Bodak now. Even without my death ward, I would have to roll a 4. No, I'd have to roll a 3 or lower to be killed by this thing. He is, however, I mean, you see he's rated impossible. That means that he's a very high level. And he is. I mean, you can see right now he's taking a lot of hits. And he's worth another 400.
Perish as you should.
Alright, that isn't locked. Both the chests are.
Please help me. Anyone. Everybody's dead. Please help.
You can kill him too.
Let
And no
the
matter
earth
how many,
take
every
you.
time you kill him, he immediately shows back up. Because he doesn't even try to defend himself. Like, watch this.
Let the
And then he's right back there again. Oh, you can just keep killing him to get XP. Interesting. Alright, so now I have his oath. And I've heard his side of the story. He fully confesses to everything. Says, I lured the children in, and they all died. It's my fault, and I took the phylactery and gave it to Lathander, trapping us all here. He takes full blame for everything, and has gone mad, hoping that he gets some sort of recompense from it all. He kind of wants to be punished, just so that he knows he hasn't failed entirely, and that it can end. He still wants what's best for his brother and everyone in the town. I feel bad for him. Quint had... Yep, he has gotten the short end of the straw this entire time. And he's the only one who seems to have any kind of remorse in the situation. Oh, they're enemies, right? There's still that fire elemental on the other side of the room. I can't reach them, so I can't kill them, so I gotta rest over here. I shouldn't have to rest again, though. Karlat's side of the tower isn't any bigger, really. Although I think its enemies are usually more threatening. The majority of them are fire elementals and red sloths. Sloths hit pretty hard, or slotty, I guess is the plural. And the red ones can scream, and it'll stun you. But I got the helmet, so I'm immune to stunning. They can still beat me. They can all summon allies now, which they didn't used to be able to do. That's an enhanced edition change that they shouldn't have. They can all summon red sloth to help them. So basically, every time you fight one red sloth, you're fighting two. Really, any sloth. All of the sloth now have the ability to summon a red sloth to help them. There are then a bunch of methods and imps and stuff, I think, on this level, as well as a couple hellhounds. It's all fire-based. I mean, except for the sloth, which are not fire-based at all, but they're red. So yeah, their rated is easy. And they're immune to a lot of elemental damages, too. I thought they were. Do they not have any resistance to fire? I thought they were fully immune to it. Yeah, see? There's a summon for some reason. These things aren't even going to try to stun me either. Alright, there is no point in killing the summoned one. Because it doesn't give you any XP, and it leaves the moment you kill the original. So just kill the normal red sloths, let the summoned ones disappear. We're going to be getting a bunch of sloth tongues out of this endeavor. Each of the sloths will drop one. So you have kind of three lanes. You have the big central lane, and then you have the doors down both of the sides. I prefer to go running up and clear out the whole center. Normally there's more enemies, but they have funky spawns and stuff. Let's just kill the sloths now. The sloth regenerate too, which is annoying. this one before it regenerates everything I just did to it.
Let the earth take you.
There's a scream. One that if I didn't have the helmet on, would have caught me, stunned me, and they probably would have killed me. But again, I don't think the stun makes you helpless. Helpless as in, all of your defenses go away. Like, if you're paralyzed or asleep or something like that, I'm pretty sure your armor class just disappears. Enemies don't even have to roll to hit you. They just will every time. But I think if you're stunned or dazed or something like that, you're all good. You just can't really do anything.
Don't leave me! Please don't leave me!
What in the world? Well, they're breaking down doors. Okay, the huge fire elemental there is the one to watch out for. I think a harm spell will take him out. Bam! 146 damage. So he's got 150 hit points by the looks of it. Got him. He did. He is honestly the biggest threat in this place, because it hits pretty hard if you let it, you know, take any swings at all. They have also just opened both of the doors. You're supposed to find Karlat's key in one of the side rooms to reach him in here, because those are locked with the same kind of doors that keep Quint separated from the rest. But the enemies in the area like to get in. Alright, I'll be back to deal with him. Alright. I'm just gonna have to kill them as they spawn in. Because the spawns are all messed up. It's hard to know what's supposed to be here and what isn't. Same thing with that hallway. There's supposed to be an enemy group in the hallway. Unfortunately, since I'm so over-leveled, somehow I got over-leveled. I'm still not sure how that happened. I am way higher level than I should be. But because of that, all of these enemies are giving me close to nothing as well, so it doesn't feel worth it. But I can't stop myself. All the little XP stacks up to make big XP.
Please help me! Anyone! Everybody's dead! Please
There's
help.
another group. But I believe in here is where the other... Yes. One other Amaskri tome is in here. No, wrong. Why would you... How did you do that? Oh yeah, I forgot. These guys can disease you too. If you fail your save when they hit you, they can hit you with a disease. Not sure what the trap on this bookshelf is, which tells me it's probably not that bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Alright, so that's 3 of the tomes down. Because 3 of them are down the south road, and then there's 1 down each of the other roads. Boy, I'm gonna love being done at this place. There's just something very unsatisfying about fighting sloths. It's a lot like fighting trolls in this game. It just doesn't feel good, you know? It's almost like it wears on your soul. I think this is a hellhound room, yeah. There's like 3 hellhounds that always spawn in the same locations. There's one of these rooms on the other side of the place, too. Alright, that metal door is going to take a while to break through. I don't even know how a cold trap can exist in here. Horrid Wilting. That is a powerful spell. In fact, if you're a mage who's not a high enough level to cast that thing whenever you want, but you find the scrolls, I recommend never selling them. It can turn a difficult fight into a cakewalk. Just fire elementals? Really? Alright. Well, we got another enemy group. Okay, this chest here is important to this area. I believe it has both the wands I need. Maybe just one. No, it's got the key. Don't need the key. Both the doors it opens are now broken and you can't sell it, so might as well just leave it behind. That wand I will need. So to summon Belial, you have to put a fire beetle's belly in a particular brazier and then cast burning hands on it while protected from evil. If you don't, like, if you're not protected against evil, you'll summon Belial and he'll try to kill you. And he's more than capable of doing it for most people because he's a really powerful Baylor. Baylors have a basically instant death spell they'll throw at you, with no real recourse if they do, except hope. Now, if you're incapable of casting Burning Hands and or Protection Against Element or Protection Against Alignment, there are wands in this... Yep, there's the other one. So these two wands, one does Burning Hands, one does Protection from Alignment, and then I think there are a couple of Burning Hands scrolls lying around that can be used by anyone. There's also a couple mage spells, just in case. If you go through all those without summoning the guy, you've done something wrong and you don't deserve to meet him. Okay, this book pile has a bunch of books buried under it. Once you're done looting it, you should destroy it so you can get to the rest. Okay, it's just 2 other books. And a Ring of Scholars. That's like a Ring of Insight, except it also provides some light. Yeah, there's a Burning Hand scroll that can be used by me. And I'm not a mage. They're rolling 20s and 19s every other swing, and I'm getting 1s and 2s. Alright, there he goes.
Perish as you should.
Alright, and reading this thing teaches you how to summon Belial. That gives you the answers on that front. Yeah, so this is the big old summoning chamber. I think that door's trapped, but I can't remember. It's not trapped. Alright, so I'm already protected against alignment. I should be safe to summon Belial with Reckless Abandon.
Don't leave me! Please don't leave me! I want to go home. Wake up! Please wake up!
Okay, so now I have his oath. I just need Karlat's.
Please help me! Anyone! Everybody's dead! Please help!
You missed a door twice. A door.
Please help me! Anyone! Everybody's dead! Please help!
got a little loot chest right here, and then we can speak with Carlat. Oh, please tell me that's what I think it is. Oh, yes. That's even better than what I thought it was. Replace that belt right now. This can go back.
I wanna go home. Wake up, please.
My wisdom, or my charisma's now a 17 instead of an 18, which is unfortunate, but irrelevant. An extra 4 points to my strength, that's awesome.
Judge,
Where did they go? They just went away.
Okay, now I have all the oaths. And I can leave. Some more enemies might have spawned in the central hallway. I guess we'll see. Be careful going in between these big pillars in the middle of the hall. Sometimes there are traps.
Please help.
Not really bad ones, but a few traps.
Dead. Please help.
And I think they're cold traps, so they can paralyze you too.
Don't leave me.
Looks like this place is pretty definitively cleared. I believe I missed a chest in the Guardian room as well. I usually do, because it's up against the corner. And when you enter the room, you're not even thinking of looking for loot. Yeah, I don't think I looted this. I did not. Alright, let's get this this trial on.
Greetings, Judge.
Alright, so it'll be recounted. The account will. You'll have to make your decision. I say neither. Here's Belial. I'll take the phylactery. Alright, and everyone is gone. I keep the phylactery. The curse is lifted. Here's the phylactery. I can use Sanctuary once per day. That's all it does for you. But that lifts the curse on the place, the entire town. Once you leave the castle, the doors will be sealed forever, so make sure you're done here before you go. Really? Mayor Mobley should meet us right here. Gain some XP, and he'll leave behind a chest with some loot. If you, what do you call it? Give Carlat the phylactery, and don't bring Belial into the mix, you won't get that, and the whole town will be lit on fire, and you will have slods and fire elementals running amok. This way, the place has now been put into its proper place and time. A bunch of wild animals have showed up instead. I'll kill the animals for XP purposes, you know. My powers are wearing off, but I shouldn't need them to kill some bears and boars, a few deer. Particularly with that new belt. I've now got... Yeah, everything is off, right? And I now have a 21 strength still. If you choose not to take the phylactery after bringing Belial into it, the town remains as it was when I first arrived, and never changes. I already said that before, I think. Just in case anyone needed a reminder, though. It's the option you should never, ever choose. It's just all around a terrible choice. And it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, I guess it keeps Belial contained, but let's be real. We have bigger demons to worry about than Belial. He's a low-level dude who likes flame. Who tricked an idiot mage into killing a bunch of children just because he's bad. I mean, it's a terrible event, right? But if the mage was willing to consult a demon for information, I don't think it's the demon that was the problem here. It was the mage's ambition and his desire to do anything and trust a freaking demon over basic common sense. Alright, so I don't think the Haunted Wood has changed. I'm not sure if that was a part of the curse or not. If it was just a place where a lot of people died because of this curse. And it itself is under its own different kind of curse. It very well could be the case. It's just like a mass graveyard situation. But yeah, I don't think this place ever changes at all. I do have a couple traps to sell.
This will work out, yes. Everything happens for a reason. How do you do?
Thanks so much for helping me out, Hello.
Oh, there's the trap. Okay, so that pretty definitively clears out all of that. Castle Jhareg is a whole mess. Having it finished is a relief. Oh, Thurwin is still out here.
Welcome back.
Okay, so I don't need that or this. This one, that, or... Where's Carlat's journal? This. All of those are worth no money, and by extension, not worth keeping. I'll hang on to the Charwood Cultist Journal. Yeah, the Burning Hand one isn't worth very much. Wow, even the Protection wand isn't. I guess they're basic spells, but that's super cheap. Probably to discourage using them prior to selling them, or prior to discourage selling them prior to using them. There are the words I wanted. There we go. Okay, I didn't do anything else for these ones, right? So Vardok's Hunt is what we're coming up on. That one is for the future. And no, I did not proceed any of the others. So, I think my business around town right now is concluded. I've got 100,000 gold just lying around at this point. I'm rich. Okay, so we'll be heading into the Eastwood next episode. East Road. It's probably going to take 2 to 3 episodes to clear that thing out. It's probably just 2. It's quite a mess, though. But then once we're done with that, we'll be moving on deeper into the Neverwinter Wood. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all then.